Hello and welcome. Today is a very exciting day for me. It's the day I take possession of my very first fully electric car. I've been a driving instructor for 26 years, specialising in the disabled and learning sector. And this car, the Kia eNiro, is pretty well a perfect car for my needs. And I'd like to just show you some of the features. Starting off, the roof rails. This may seem a very strange thing to put such a high priority on, but lots of my clients have mobility problems, so it's excellent that they can hold on to the roof rail whilst shuffling around the car from one side to the other, which they sometimes have to do, and it just gives them that extra bit of confidence to get between the two. Moving on. Access to the cockpit area. Again, the driver's door opens up at nearly 90 degrees to the body. The driver's seat, although quite way forward, does go a long way back, making it easy for people to transfer between a wheelchair and the car seat. The driver's steering wheel goes up and down, in and out a lot. But unfortunately, when I have my adapations fitted next week, the steering wheel will be fixed in one point, which has always been a bit of a gripe of mine for the past 26 years, but chatting with other driving instructors in the field, there appears to be no alternative. And we'll move on around the front of the car now, and we'll look at the charging point. We've got two ways of charging it. The top one is the Type 2 and the bottom one is the CCS. The Type 2 is what you would normally charge the car at home, and the CCS is what you'd use when out and about and you need to put lots of power into the car quite quickly. We've got alloy wheels, very nice alloy wheels, but as a driving instructor I'm going to remove those and replace them with steels and pretend hubcaps. I'm afraid I just can't put up with the stress of my pupils possibly grazing the curb and damaging the alloys. And we'll move round to the back now and have a look in the boot. And as you can see, it's got a massive boot. We should be able to put a wheelchair collapsed in the back easily. Possibly, if you were going to use it as your own private car, I think quite a few mobility buggies would actually go inside. The only problem for me as a driving instructor is beneath the floor there's a bottle of gunk to repair a puncture. In 26 years I've only had a puncture once, just immediately before a test, but I'd exchanged the skinny spare wheel for a proper spare wheel and managed to change the spare wheel whilst the pupil went in and met the examiner. Luckily, there's enough room under the floor to take a proper spare. So when I get the alloy and managed to change the spare wheel whilst the pupil went in and met the examiner. Luckily, there's enough room under the floor to take a proper spare. So when I get the alloys changed, I'll also be getting a proper full-size wheel fitted and put in the car. And we'll go back and look inside. Electric car, it's all latest stuff. We'll start her up. We've got the press button. Need our foot on the foot brake. She'll play us a happy tune. And it tells us we're ready to start driving. Put her into D, and we have to confirm that we're going to drive the car safely. Not quite sure why she's taking so long. And we've got a very big screen. This is the 2020 version now, and we've got 10 inches of screen. So beautiful sat nav. It'd be a bit of a disappointment when my pupils have to use the DVSA one on their driving test. We've got proper buttons down here to set the car up, which personally I prefer. The Tesla, this is the same sort of money as a bottom Model 3, has a huge iPad screen, but to get to switch things off, switch things on and off, you have to go through various menus, which is a bit of a pain. Here we've just got the button just to press it. We've got the gear selector. Twist it to neutral, twist it to reverse, and if we twist it to reverse, we get a reversing camera with predictive lines. As you turn the steering wheel, it shows you where you're going to reverse. We're parked outside the showroom, so I doubt very much that the salesman would appreciate me going through the showroom. We'll show you the dash. We've got 266 miles on a full battery, and we're travelling at 0 miles an hour. We've got lots of menus and sub-menus to go below. We've got lane assist, we've got cruise control or speed limiters, which we can set. The cruise control is adaptive, so that we can set it at 70 on a dual carriageway or motorway. If the traffic ahead of us is moving at say 63, the car will just drop down and follow those nicely. It's a very, very beautiful car. Anyway, very quick introduction to the car. Normally I call my cars Beryl. My pupils ask me why. I say it's after Beryl the peril, because lots of the Joe public think they may be in peril with my pupils behind the wheel. It's my very dry sense of humour. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I'll try and produce another video for you to look fairly soon. Bye.